Hello there, I'm Tim and he's holding the camera, and this is How to Murder Feet, Rambling with Rambling. And I'm not actually on the trail here. So I had some technical difficulties with the microphone during the recording of the actual thing, so we've had to redo this bit. So this is day 3 probably, I think, and it's a day of blisters, adversity, and probably the hardest day of the entire southwest coast path involved in terms of up and down shenanigans. So watch on and see if I survive or not. See you later. Gift shop there. It's got some wine gums and some mint imperials, and also 2 bags of nuts still intact. So I'm alright for food. It's going to be water's the thing. And of course, at the end of the day is a big old town of like Tesco's and whatever. So I'll be able to fully restock when I get there. Also, might want to look into find boots or something and just look into blister plasters if it's going to be a ongoing thing. We'll see how we do today. I mean, Bude is a potential bailout point. I'd rather not, because I'm going to look stupid and I'll have to come back and do the other half at the point when my feet have healed. But I think it's all right. It's not, like I say, it's not a major problem blister. I mean, we'll see how this plaster stays on with the socks, riggers of the trail, but I should be all right. And I really don't want to have to give up unless it's a real emergency. You know, I'm physically incapable of continuing to walk. So yeah, so thanks to my push yesterday, I've got about 10.5 miles to do today instead of the 15. I don't know why the guide website said it was the hardest section. I mean, I've looked at some of the contours. There is a lot of up and down, yeah, but we've had that for most of what we've been through already today, yesterday and day before. So yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about the hill climbing. I mean, it's the water and just making sure this heel doesn't get any worse. I think it's a good sort of smooth plaster on there, so I think it should stick and not come too far loose as I walk. But we'll deal with that as we go. Yeah, and then Bude. Then beyond there is another 4 days of about 10 miles each. So I think all things considered, I probably don't want to be trying to push for the early day finish. I think I'd probably want to just try and stick to the actual schedule, so which will put me back in Padstow by the end of Friday, I suppose. Don't matter about doing it, because yeah, the whole thing was screwed by me trying to hike and travel on the first day. I think I might push too hard then. Who knows? Anyway, it's not a disaster, it's a minor setback, but I don't think it will slow me down too much yet. I'm sure I'll keep you posted as I go though. Right. So I better get stocked up and get ready to go. I shall see you later. So, yeah, just done my first big down then up. Just that whole valley there, and we're back on top again. Another bench, good. Of course, the bloody plaster slid off halfway up the the way up. I mean, it's great when it was on. It did the job perfectly. Couldn't feel anything on the blister, but then, yeah, the whole action of aggressive stairs made it slip and slide about and then back to square one really. It was somewhere down here when I peeled my sock off on the base of my heel, so I've put it back in place, and then I've got this micro pore adhesive tape here which I'm using to Heath Robinson myself a more permanent solution. Hopefully we'll see how that lasts. It's probably going to be torn away by the same stresses and rigours of the next big ascent I have to do. We'll see. Might hold her. If not, then I'm not sure. I'll have to maybe try it barefoot. Yeah. Well, if I can't stop the worn stuff being further worn, because basically it's a problem that's not going to get better on its own, I might have to think about calling it a day at Bude, which would be a huge shame. Half a week. I mean, it's all miles that count, but I'll have to come back and do another half week before I do the next week, and probably think about what went wrong. New boots, new socks, don't know, more toughening up before I start. Don't know. I think part of it might be that my boots are just wearing out. These are the same ones I was using last time. As you can see inside it'd be that stitching coming adrift on the base there. That's there you go. You can see that. That's probably causing some abrasion on the back of my heel. Carrot corresponds correctly. Perhaps I need new boots, or perhaps the socks are too thick or not thick enough, or who knows. Something to ponder about. But anyway, we've got to try and finish today anyway, regardless. If things get really bad, I could sort of hobble into a nearby village inland and wait for a bus or something, or a taxi, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, so if this works well enough as a permanent solution, then I think we might be with a chance of finishing the whole thing, but I mean, otherwise I'm just going to shred the back of my heel, not be able to walk properly after that, and then there's not much chance of finishing another 50 miles like that. So, yeah, could go either way at the moment. See how this kind of solution holds. Well, to be honest, I suspect it will just do the same kind of thing that the plaster on its own did, but take longer. We'll see. I mean, I could try with just the inner sock and not the outer sock. That should take some of the friction off the edge. See, that might be a third solution to try. And if that doesn't work, then yeah, I probably am screwed. Oh well. Swings and roundabouts or something. Mindless platitude. Yeah. Talk to you later. And there we go. Sign there saying Cornell, Cornwall on that side, and this is Devon. So this is the Cornwall and Devon border, this stream here. There we go. It's sunny, as you can see. Up on the top of the hill is Robert Duncan's shack. He apparently is a poet. It was open, you could have a look around, read some poetry, no water. And a big sign saying no camping in there, and of course a large timely reminder about ticks, which I'd forgotten about, so thanks for that. I don't think I'm a fan. So, yeah, I can feel the tape sliding around as I make my way. I got a feeling nothing I can strap on there is going to stay in place, because my feet are just too sweaty. So this could be an interesting morning, one way or another. Well, I made it to Cornwall anyway. I mean, even if I wanted to stop right now, I've no idea how to get to somewhere. I think about 3 miles inland before I find a village that even has the remote chance of a bus service. So it's Monday, so I don't know if that makes any difference. I mean, Bude is 8 miles that way, up and down quite a lot of these, so it's going to be a hearty 8 miles. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Could just walk through it, but I mean, that's the kind of thing that ends up shredding your heel and making you limp for 2 months, so not sure I really want to put myself through that. I don't know. I haven't made a call yet, really. I'll try some other things. I could try one less sock, so there's not quite so much pressure against the area, but I think I might just make my foot loose and jiggering about inside the boot, which probably won't help. There's some large sort of beige adhesive strip stuff in there. We could try that. I think I might just have the same problem. Anything that relies on sticking, my bodily secretions are going to dislodge, I think. So, and there's a lot of pressure on that back foot as I climb a step. That's my entire body weight going on that point of my heel. I don't know. I'm not sure what's done it. Yeah, maybe either the boots and socks are old and need replacing, or perhaps the extra weight's done for me on the backpack. It's only a few kilos extra, but it's really gutting as well, because I didn't get any blisters at all last time. I did my week Minehead to Westward Ho, so I thought that would be the case this time, but clearly something's changed. The more stairs, or my feet are swelling, I don't know. And the heat. Don't know. So I need to probably try and tackle that next climb, certainly, but might have another de-socking and see what the situation is. Updates soon. So here we are, attempt number 3. This did actually hold. I've reinforced it. It's these sort of pinky beige fabric-y plasters. The ones that really hurt when you try and peel them off. They hurt because they're very, very sticky, and that's exactly what I need here. So that seems to have held in place. Also another innovation, I've gotten rid of my big outer wool sock. Taking that off and just going with the inner sock only. I'm sure there are reasons for the big outer sock. I mean, it's wickable, so that means it's made of wool and pulls the sweat away from the inner sock into itself, which keeps the sweat away from my skin, but it does mean that I'm wearing a massive wool sock in the middle of summer, so if I'm just wearing one light sock, maybe I'll sweat less anyway. But my foot is now smaller, now that I don't have the big paddy sock on the outside, which means it doesn't rub against the edge of the boot quite so much. Hopefully it doesn't mean that it's going to popping around inside the boot, it did seem better all in all. So I think I may have hit upon a solution. I mean, the bandage is remedial, but I think getting rid of the big... and press on, the water situation's still a thing. I need to take my other big wolves. Otherwise I'm going to end up walking around. Yeah, I'm hopeful about the blister situation. Like I say, it's not a hideous, pus-oozing, bleeding nightmare yet. There we go. Still going to have a real long conversation with myself when we get to Bude. Decide whether it's worth trying to push on an additional 40 miles, or whether I should just cut my losses and come back for another half go at some point later in the year. Yeah. Because I don't know what the rules are really for this whole challenge. I don't necessarily have to do them all in a week. I mean, if I lived right near Cornwall, I could probably day trip a lot of it on weekends, like the South Downs Way, and that would still count. I still would have walked the distance. I mean, the endurance aspect of it's good. If I can do a week at a time, that's pretty cool, but maybe I can't. I don't know, we'll see. I'll see how the remaining 8 miles today goes. That'll be the guide. Anyway, my next pressing concern is to find water, so I may have to deviate inland at some point soon. I'll have a look at the map and see what we've got in the way of nearby villages. About 60% of a litre left. So about half a litre, a bit more. It's not really going to last me all day, I shouldn't think, so we'll need to find something. Anyway, I need to juggle my socks about and then have a look at a map and do some suntan lotion. Lots going on. I hate Cornwall. It's full of blisters and they don't have any water. There we go. Verdant up country. That's the cows and sheep about the place. Distant farm buildings. A lot of fences. A lot of muck on the ground. Look at this. Solution number 3 seems to be working. You can see the sort of reinforcement I put on there. They're fraying a little, but they've not slid. That's definitely where I put them. I think this is the answer. So when I get to Bude, I'll buy a load more of these. Didn't feel any more pain. I think that's done the job, to be honest. Just have to refresh them every so often. I think taking this big wool socks off has helped as well. There's just less bulk in there to be rubbing against and pressing. So I don't know. Well, I'm probably okay to Bude now, certainly, but I still have to have a think about whether I want to try for the full week. So the water's the big issue now. Not much up there. I mean, I think there's cow troughs here and there, but I don't know. I mean, you know, it's only amoebic dysentery, isn't it? No, I think down and up, then probably down and up one more, and then I'd hit a side path to a little village called Morwenstow, which is only about 1 kilometre inland from the track, so you could probably see it from the path. And then there's definitely a pub there, and I should hit there about, I don't know, 11:30ish. So it's holiday season, I imagine they'll be open during the week, but or at least open for lunches. It's quite a touristy sort of area, I guess. If not, they might have an outdoor garden tap. That's usually mains as well. So the last one I did with that, the water tasted a bit metally, so hopefully I haven't poisoned myself. Not nearly enough wind today. It's still calm, which means I'm not sweating efficiently. But nice there. You know, if you ain't got to die of dehydration, this is a lovely spot. Oh, I'll be fine. I've got half a litre left. It's about 9 o'clock. I know that is clearly not going to last me all day, but I will find something. Just stumble up to the nearest house and bang on the door. Worst comes to the worst. Yeah, it's tricky though. I can't really see how I could carry more water. I mean, obviously I should have topped up at Hartland Quay and I forgot, so that might be the problem. But yeah. 2 litres a day in theory, but you have to top it all up every day. That's the thing. They're quite remote stretches along here. Still confident I can solve this problem. Right, let's re-sock. Look at that helicopter. Coast rescue. I'm alright. Just a blister, it's fine. So, meanwhile, on the forest moon of Cornwall Prime, fate has conspired to protect me against my own stubbornness. So I'm banging on about how I don't like to leave the trail. Well, I have to leave the trail. Apparently the cliff's dropped off into the sea, or the path's fallen off the edge or something. It's all tied off, no go. Diversion over there, which takes me along that field down to that valley, to where that church is, which is Morwenstow, I think. So, and then just up over the hill a little bit is the village where the pub is. So I think I'll just do that, and then I can track back along the top of the ridge to the path there, maybe miss off half a mile of it or so, but you know, who's counting? Carry on over past that big radio station thing, and then see what we shall see. Might be able to get eyeballs on Bude at that point, but see how we go. That is a Coast Guard rescue. Yeah, look at it. It's not doing the inshore. It's on his way out to some sort of ship in distress, maybe. It's just a little yacht out there, but not much else. Maybe it's a patrol. Or someone's in trouble further around on the north coast. Yeah, who knows? So yeah, it's about, I don't know, 10:30, something like that, and I'm happy with the foot situation anyway. The heel, the blister thing seems stable, seems alright. My solution, if I can, once I get to Bude, I'll go and look for a Boots or Superdrug or something and look for some really big of those fabric super sticky bandages. That seems to be the thing, and that not wearing too many socks seems to be helping. So I'm confident I could probably do that. I mean, I'm quite tired still. I mean, a night in a bed in Bude will do me a world of good. I mean, the tent, don't get me wrong, the tent's fantastic, but it's just camping, you know, unless you go for long glamping, you know, with like air mattresses and massive sheds turned into cabins and all that sort of thing. It's never going to be as comfortable as sleeping at home. Yeah, and all that glamping stuff, that's for people who can chuck it all in the back of an SUV, not just have to carry it around with them. Still, we're doing alright. Not quite as upbeat as yesterday, but managing the situation, I think we'll be okay. We'll definitely get to Bude anyway, I think that's a certainty, which I wasn't entirely sure of this morning, so that's good. But the remaining 4 days, well, I have to have a think. A good long think tonight about whether to press on. Anyway, I'm going to try and head over to that village over there and see if they have a tap. Shady little path. We're on a little diversion that's come about a mile inland to go around the bit where it will drop into the sea. So you see some trees. Nice little forest. And up there somewhere I think is the church, and then beyond that is a village and then a pub. I've quite grown fixated by the idea of a pub now. Probably time for lunch anyway. Since a pub is on the cards, going to make the most of it. Wake up. Very ominous. Just been wandering through a graveyard. Carrion crows quawking overhead. Church through there somewhere. But all is not lost. I don't even need to go and find the pub. There is a tea room. It says open. Rectory Farm tea rooms. That'll do me. I'm going to go and have a bit of a lunch break. Hooray, I won't thirst to death. So, I've been in Cornwall about 4 hours and already I've had a pasty and a cream tea. So, clotted cream tea and jam, lovely. Splendid. that was a very worthwhile diversion. I'm quite pleased the cliff collapsed over there, to be honest. That's the top of where I diverted away from. That there is Morwenstow Church. And next to the church was a very fine tea room indeed, where they served me all sorts of stuff. I had lemonades, mineral water, 2.5 cups of tea. So I'm quite thoroughly hydrated now, and they filled my 2 bottles. So I've got 2 litres of water to last me 8 miles or whatever to Bude. More than enough for the rest of the day. So not only has my physical needs been satiated, but my mental worry and anguish has also gone too. I'm in a good place. As I say, a fed Tim is a happy Tim. It's a really good pasty too, proper one too, not this Ginster's nonsense. Crispy and flaky, and the crusty bit, that was all lovely and soft and moist in the middle. Made with steak, not that sort of aggregate minced reclaimed animal product that tends to go into the Ginster's factory. I don't know that, that's probably libel. Yeah, so that was a very good diversion. Splendid. So yeah, I'm in a good place now in almost every sense. The feet seem okay. My legs, yeah, it's the thighs. Thighs are achy. It's like I said last trip. Aches. It's the difference between aches and injuries. Aches go away relatively quickly. Injuries are a problem and can end the trip. So knowing the difference between the two, how to cope with each as they happen. But yeah. Pasty came with a knife and fork and some coleslaw and a little balsamic salad thing by the side. And the cream tea was fabulous. It turns out I'm a cream on the bottom, jam on the top person, so make of that what you will. On this really moist but crunchy scone, that was very good. Is it scone or scone? You tell me. I tend to call it a scone. That's because I have pretensions. So, having a bit of a walk along here, which in short course should put me back on the southwest coast path. Or I'll end up in the sea, one of the two. At which point, there's about 6 or 7 more down than ups between here and Bude, but I am considerably fortified. And I'll just take them as they come. I've got 8 hours. It's about 12:15 now. Bit of an early lunch. So, got about 8 hours or so. I mean, the earlier I get to Bude, the better, because then I can find a hotel and check in and stuff. Have a good night's sleep to compensate the horrors of what's apparently the most difficult day stage of the entire Southwest Coast Path. I don't know. I mean, swings and roundabouts. I think it is difficult to find food and drink literally on the Southwest Coast Path, but if you're not too stupid or stubborn to head inland a mile or two, you can generally find shops and things, and just come back out again, I suppose. Something to bear in mind for the future. So, that's good. Okay, here we go. This would have been my contingency plan, this kind of thing here. So we've got an animal trough. Lovely. Yum, 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 yum. But that there, this pipe on the side, is probably mains drinking water. So I'd have to faff around with the pipe connections and disconnect it, fill me things, and then try and reconnect it. And let's just not go there. I don't even know for sure that's safe to drink coming out of the pipe either. So, no, I think I'd stick to my rather expensive bottled spring water and delicious ice cold lemonade. Doesn't need to be squalid. I just choose to make it so. Right then, I'm going to put you away for a bit and get some miles in before my euphoria evaporates completely. See you later. Here we are, somewhere else, next to the most optimistically placed bus stop in the world. If you build it, they probably won't come still. So let's have another sock inspection. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. No, it's holding. It's holding well. It's sliding a little bit, but I've just done another down then up. I think the actual blisters are still firmly under the thing. No, I think that's done it. The combination of that kind of plaster and getting rid of my big wool exterior sock seems to have done the job. My feet are certainly cooler, which is fine in this weather. I want sunburnt toes. keep that covered. So yeah, no, it's all still going well. I mean, yeah, I get a bit slow and achy on the way up the ups, but just take as long as I need. It's fine. This is meant to be a holiday after all. I can't work out what I'm looking at over there. Is that Bude? Bude will be around this headland somewhere. I mean, I'm thinking Padstow somewhere up there, but I don't know. Even from Bude, it's still 40 miles away along the coast, so it could be beyond that headland than the far distance. I don't know. Something not to be worried about today. So if we get a bit further past that radio station on the hill there, which I should get some footage of, we should start seeing surfing beaches down on the right there. Should be interesting. Blazing sun midday, but I'm all right. I've got my hat, done my suntan stuff. Very well hydrated. It's good. So yeah, week-long plan. I'll put it away now. Yeah, sorry. Well, I didn't know you were eating. What am I, psychic? I mean, what is it with the mushrooms out here? Huge. More, you know, you get kind of blasé about footpaths that are like a metre away from the 200 metre drop. Blah blah, cliff subsidence, blah blah. Too much danger in one place. Right, round here and down into there somewhere, and then up that zigzaggy thing the other side, presumably right up to the is that radio telescope, I suppose, or is it just a relay of some sort? I'll have to ask. It's all good though. Having a lovely day today. It's supposed to get a bit cloudy later in the week, which wouldn't be unwelcome either, really. Oh, a bench. Could be time for another sit. This is the life. Oh, butterflies. Forming an elaborate courtship dance. Look at that, one sexually assaulting the other. Hard to say, really, in butterfly morality. Oh, they've gone proper butterflies too, black with orange bits and the blue spots. Are those monarchs, admirals? Can't remember. And there's the sea, look, just in case you'd missed it. And look, a bench of the dead. In loving memory of John William Allen, September 1921 to December 2009. Yeah, good innings. This place anything to do with him, or Parish of Morwenstow, 2003? You know, when I'm rich and not famous, when I'm rich from the inevitable Bitcoin transfer era I'm still waiting on, I'm going to put a bench up in one of these places. Good sturdy one that'll last the ages, and I'm going to put a bronze plaque on it, and on that plaque it will read, "No one died today, just enjoy having a sit." You know, it's not to be sat on what's effectively someone's gravestone to have a rest, you know, for a change. I mean, the ashes might be out there for all I know, or it might just be a memorial thing. When I die, I don't want a bench. Now, I've already made my wishes perfectly clear on the matter. When I die, I want my body to be fired into the sun, so that I can return to the stars which gave us all life in the first place. And I want no expense spared. The whole body, not just like, you know, a few specks of ash on a solar research probe or something. Not the whole 9 yards. The wake should be held on Mercury, I think. That would be nice. I could rest easy then, knowing that I'd caused, well, the whole planet a significant portion of its GDP. So where are we going then? Down there next, and then up the other side into the big dome dishes, yeah. Getting a Carl Sagan-like tingle down my spine just looking at them. Doesn't that look inviting? It's quite far down there. So we're past the huge radar dish installation. I'd have got some footage, but there was a lot of cameras and a lot of shouty, angry signs saying no photography. Fine, keep your Imperial Death Star Force Shield plans, I don't care. Yeah, it didn't look like it was a civilian installation with that much angry written on the signs. Still, this is good. Coming around the corner of it now, some cliffs going down, and they all look a lot sort of decreasingly high. And then down there, the glint of buildings in the distance. Zoom, focus, maybe. Bude, journey's end for the day anyway. There's all that surfing beaches, big long line. So a bit more down than up nonsense to do, but I have a good feeling about it not being too bad on the approach to Bude itself. You can see it's all lower and flatter there, well, relatively, because only idiots build towns on the tops of cliffs. You build them on the flat bits where there's a harbour and stuff like that. And then, yeah, problems for another day in the distance. I can't make anything out there. I don't know if we can even see Padstow yet. I mean, if Padstow was straight line 40 miles away, you wouldn't see it from here. So, Tintagel maybe, Bosco. Ah, that's probably Tintagel right on the end there. That sort of promontory, that sort of sticky, uppy, small bit. Oh, you're never going to be able to see that. There, you can just about make out a sort of dip and then back up again. I'm on the end. I believe that's Tintagel Castle, which is one of my stopovers. It's probably 2 days away. So Bude, Crackington Haven, which is somewhere in the middle, and then Tintagel. So yeah, so it's about 25 miles around the coast that way, because pretty much all the rest of the stages after today are 10 miles each on average, 9 or 11, that sort of thing. So just need to finish today really. I don't know what the time is, probably 3 or 4. I think we could probably be in Bude by 6 or 7. I'm slowing down a bit in tiredness. Hoping a night in a proper bed will help with that, but we'll see. Yeah, lots to think about when we get there, but just get there now. That's all I need to do. Lovely. Look, baby cows. Hello. No, I'm fine for Mint Imperials, thank you. An idyllic life. Bit boring though, I imagine. Oh, just ignore that white thing on the top of the hill there. You didn't see that. Yeah, so I've been checking the old map out. Got about, I don't know, that far to go. Maybe that far. Yeah. So it's up and over here. There's another 2 down and ups, and then I think it's a long run of cliff top gradual descents into Bude, which should be nice. Where I'm going to, I don't know, I just put one foot in front of the other nowadays. Yes, that was right, I was going to find a travel lodge or similar generic budget type hotel type thing. Don't like personal B&Bs, you know, where they come down in the morning and they say hello to you and ask you about your holiday plans and stuff. I prefer something vastly faceless and impersonal, where you have a slotty key card and everyone leaves you the hell alone until pay time. So that's the plan. Something with an ensuite shower, obviously. I can put my other clothes on, that'd be nice. Spend the next 4 days wearing those out. Let's get some more suntan stuff as well. Sunblock. Yeah. I imagine Bude will have all sorts of shops. You can look into different plasters for the heel. Some of the, you know, the ones that, yeah, those plasters you have when you're a kid that really is super heavy duty, super sticky. That's the stuff. Yeah, lovely. The uncaring sea, as ever. Oh, I'm getting sunblock all over the screen now. Yeah, stop. Yeah, there's an exciting promontory. This is Steeple Point. So the path came down off of that rocky mess and wants me to go down over there next. So up that side there, and I'll die, maybe, again. And then I'll get to the top, and who knows where I'll lead next. Good view though. This is Cornwall. That's look, mer people.
going about their fishy business, probably on their way back to Atlantis with news of the outside world. There it all is. Endless waves rolling across the sea. These mer people are going to do some actual surfing. I mean, that does look quite rocky there, frankly. Had I gone about 2 miles south, it's all sandy there, according to my map. Still, I guess they know what they're doing. I guess the tridents are strapped onto the underneath of the surfboards there, for when they're ready for when they're needed. Exotic squid monsters and such like. Go on, do a thing. I'm watching. Trying to impress all my YouTube homies. No, they're just paddling. A lot of prep and setup, I guess. Oh, no, turn. Go on, turn, start. Go. No, yeah, do it. But no, nothing. Underwhelmed. Mediocre. Right, let's kind of work our way how to get down this cliff and then sit and have a think about going back out. Actually, it's a long way up, certainly, but it's quite a long diagonal, so not the usual 100,000 steps configuration. So perhaps that might not be so bad if I do it in stages and wheeze a lot. Oh, so here we go. See if I can get down to the car park down there, see if there's an ice cream van. Can't need an ice cream van already, surely. Some quite big waves down there. Those mer people have been doing some fantastic stunts actually while I've been lumbering my arse up this massive hill. I think one of them's an FBI agent, the other's an international bank robber, and neither of them know. Look at that. They'll be 5-footers surely. It's not even like a tide or anything, or a lunar eclipse. Unless they're tiny mer people. Like sea monkeys, in which case those waves are not impressive. There. I'm not going to do anything now. I'm looking at you. Go on, do one. Do a thing. But choose your moment, I suppose. Pick the wave. Some big ones coming in though. Look at that. It's quite funny when they get hit by some of them, they just disappear. Still, they come out the other side unscathed, so I guess they know what they're doing. Oh, look, that's a huge one. Do it. Here we go. No. I expect we'll see more fish people as we proceed along the Cornish coast. I get knocked down and I get up again. Yeah. Not too many more of these to go now, I think. And according to the sign down there, the old National Trustee car park there, there's a cafe at the next one, so I might stop in for another lemonade. But yeah, we got, I don't know what time it is now, 3:30 maybe. Can't be many more hours to go to Bude. 2 or 3 perhaps. Yeah, crack on and get on with it, I guess. Ooh, speedboat. I can't remember what this place is called, hang on. Sandymouth, there you go, Sandymouth, it's written on the gate. And we've got a fantastic National Trust car park and associated cafe there, where I bought like 2 drinks and a nice lolly and used the loo, and not to put too fine a point on it, but it was very yellow, quite dark yellow, which is a sign that I'm not hydrated enough, which, to be honest, I could probably have told you without the gory details. So yes, quite tricky to stay hydrated on this kind of trail. Just got to keep, it's mine, just got to keep drinking. So it's about 4:30, and I think I can probably make a single big push to Bude now. I think that was the last down and up. There might be a small one or two on the way, but I must be getting close now. I've got to keep telling myself that anyway. So yeah, I'll probably get there about 6 or 7. And I'm just going to swagger up to the most obvious and nearest hotel to my path, regardless of quality or expense. Yeah. Then we shall settle in, try and find some decent food. Probably have an early night and a long sleep in a proper bed. And a shower, that'd be nice. So, yeah. Speak to you when we get there. Oh, come on. I was done with this crap. We just had a nice bit of cliff top just there for about half a mile or mile or so, and then more over there as well, but no, one last down and up. Actually, the up doesn't look too bad. And look, down there, interesting thing. Dragon's teeth. Assuming the Cornish are ever wary of the threat of invasion from Atlantis. We're going to get an Atlantean tank up that beach. Good stuff. I think that's Bude. The beautiful Bude. Bastard Bude that refuses to get any closer. So we're going up on that headland next, I think, once I've dealt with these stairs. They call me the Stairmaster. Well, I mean, I do today, mostly. I don't think anyone else needs to. It's probably just a thing that's going to go nowhere. Good. And here we are. Bude. Just come down off of there. And it's all up there. I think that big long building might be a Sainsbury's, which would be useful. We can get some more plasters and some suntan stuff and things tomorrow morning. Can't see any obvious hotel as well, unless it's that big black and big grey and white one on the top. I don't know, I'll have to have a wander around. That might just be a golf club or something. Something on the far side there. Don't know, it's going to take a bit of roaming to find what I need. Which, frankly, is just any hotel with a double room and an ensuite, to be honest. Lots of mer people here. I think they're attracted to the brightly coloured beach huts. Some sort of actual harbour over there as well, on the far side. Marina type thing. Actually deeper over there. World War II fortifications. Alright, I'm going to have to shuffle around this town like some kind of vagabond, looking for an exclusive hotel. Here we go. This is more like it. I'm at the hotel. They upgraded me to a superior room, apparently, because there wasn't much else going on tonight, for no extra cost. Look at that, 2 wardrobes. I've got 1 carrier bag of clothes. And a weird little cupboard for, well, who knows what. It's got a luggage rack in it. Best not think about that, really. Sitting by the chair, sit by the window, look at the beach. You can just, it's just over a hill, but never mind. Beggars can't be choosers. 80 quid, includes breakfast. A little on the steep side, but oh, it'll do. I've paid more for city break stuff. Size of the bathroom. It's the same size as the bedroom. Shower. I should be availing myself of that extensively shortly. I'm not sure I'll bother with a bath, to be honest. Shower will do. Oh, that's my stuff. You can stay here while I go check out some stuff in town. So, yeah, it's up the hill, past the golf course. That is definitely a Sainsbury's on the horizon there. I think I've still got enough mileage in my feet to go up there and get some bits and pieces. Particularly, I need some big old super sticky plasters of the sort I've been showing you on my heel all day. And also some more suntan stuff. I'm getting through that at a fair old rate and will probably run out before the end of the week. Don't know. A few snacks and things, stock up the top of my bag. Didn't eat my mint imperials or wine gums yet. The jelly babies were okay. But I'm not going to bother with a big dinner because there's a pub restaurant thing down there and I've got a sudden hankering for steak and chips. So what I want I shall get. So yes, probably speak to you a bit later once I've sorted all that out. Ooh, caught the sun a bit. Might you be nice to be brown instead of lobster red or pasty white. Had a shower, found me steak and chips.
Well, I mean, that was a epic and a half. All got a bit Python-esque. Went to the first place, and it was all rather confusing about whether they did or didn't serve food. Signs outside said they did. Maybe I missed some small print. All got a bit Python-esque. I would like a mule. I'm sorry, sir, this is a chartered surveyor's. Yeah, anyway, so on to the next one. I found one using Google, which was fantastic. The Google Maps thing, I just put in the, type restaurant open now, and bing, there it is, and there's foot directions and everything. I mean, we're all going to die horribly when the overmind turns on us once it's gathered enough information, but quite handy while it's still there. So I've had steak and chips, fantastic. It was in this amazing garlic butter chive sauce with like really, really thick chips and prawns as well. And I had a scallop and Asian sticky pork starter and an amaretto and rhubarb tort with clotted cream. It's all got a bit decadent here, it really has. But I think I deserve it. It's been a bloody hell of a day. I mean, even pushing the 4 miles extra yesterday, knocking this one down to about 11 miles was still really harsh 11 miles. So I think that was a good call despite the blister. Speaking of which, I had a shower with that plaster on and it's still intact, still in place. So I think I found a viable solution to the heel blister problem, which could have ended it here, to be honest. If I'd come stumbling into Bude with a tattered, shredded heel because nothing worked and I didn't have any first aid kit or anything, then I'd be quite a grumpy Tim about now, looking for a bus to the nearest train station. So, but that's certainly a viable solution. That and taking one of my pairs of socks off, that seems to have really helped. A little bit of hot socks on the soles. They look alright. I think a night's rest in a proper bed will help with that. But yeah, so I've made a considered decision based on all my biotelemetry and whatnot. I think I will push on. I've got 4 more stages to do. 4, yeah. And they're all on average 10 miles. There's like a 9 and a 12 and an 11 and a 10. And I think if I stick to the game plan and don't, try anything heroic and try and get the whole thing done in 3 days, which I would have to do, start from the word go tomorrow, through 13 miles, 13 miles, 13 miles, I should be alright. Lots of rests, lots of sitting about, lots of cream teas. This is supposed to be a holiday after all. And I think I'll probably be okay for Padstow. I've looked at the map for tomorrow, the old to Crackington Haven, which is next. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. So Bude is right at the top. That's where I am now. And Crackington Haven's in the middle. That's tomorrow. And then Tintagel is the end of the next day after that. Again, not too far apart. And then after that, Port Isaac, which is there at the top. And then there's Padstow. So there's nothing massively. I mean, the guide said today was the real killer day, challenging day. It said challenging. It's done now and it's out of the way. And I've looked at the map for tomorrow, and tomorrow's definitely cliff top and hardly any up and down at all. It rises gradually south out of Bude, and then just ambles along cliff tops until we get to Crackington Haven. I'm not quite sure what the plan is at Crackington Haven. So whether I'm ninja camp or whether I think I might ninja camp now. I'm going to probably have to find a campsite at Tintagel because it's a very busy touristy sort of place. And I don't want to have to walk for an additional 3 or 4 miles after I reach each place just to find a secluded campsite. So I might start trying to use campsites where available. We'll have to see what happens in Crackington Haven. But I really don't want to be walking vast additional distances, and I'm definitely not going to try and finish on Thursday. I should try and finish on Friday. Try and do the 7 days that the website recommends, just to give my feet a bit of a rest, just to work on the sustainability of it all. A night in this luxurious, large, soft bed will help a lot as well. My hips will bear the indignity of an uninflated air mattress and a hard ground. So I do sleep on my side, so it's usually the hip bones that take the brunt of it. That can really dampen spirits in the mornings. I mean, I like the camping in concept, but yeah. Look what I got. Ta-da! Extra tough, waterproof, extra strong adhesion, durable and breathable. That's pretty much perfect for what I need. And I've bought 24 of them. Saying that, the 2 I put on this morning haven't come drift yet, so I might leave them. Then here's a huge strip of the fabric stuff and the little first aid kit I've got some scissors in, so I can mix and match or experiment or whatever. But I should have no heel troubles from here on, because there's just going to be no way the boots can get at my heels. And yes, the only the one pair of socks will help, I think. That cuts down on the cushioning underneath a bit, so I'm feeling the ground through my feet a bit more than I was, but it's okay. Take it slow, take it steady. Don't try anything heroic. Just stick to the. We'll play the schedule by the numbers, I think, and I think we'll be all right. I think we'll make it to the end. So yes, I am going to press on. I've stocked up on supplies, fresh sun stuff. It's going to be partially cloudy, partially sunny from the rest of the week apparently, but that doesn't stop the sun and the ultraviolet radiation getting through the clouds and stuff. So yeah, already got a bit warm on the arms there. Anyway, it's going to be quite nice to have a tanned look when I go back to work, but I need to try and avoid the lobster look. Yeah, hard day, and the old emotional roller coaster. But I think I'm well. Yeah, I've had 2 pints as well, so and then a glorious steak, which I'm going to be eating again and again in my mind on the remaining 4 days. As I sit in a hedge, chewing on salted nuts and regretting everything. Yeah, so yeah, this is viewed. It's not dark yet, but I'm probably going to just go to bed anyway. Just try and get as much quality sleep as I can. Breakfast is at 7, I think. I don't know, but I'm going to stuff myself with bacon and scrambled eggs or whatever before I strike off out again. And then out into the wilderness. But like I say, at least up until Packington Haven, it's going to be relatively consistent cliff top stuff rather than the way over the hill and look, there's another 150 metre drop with stairs. That was a challenging day, hard day, but I got there in the end. Onward, and we'll see what's around the next corner, I suppose. But anyway, I'll go to bed, so see you later.